Still very hot, but I insist on having a sip of green tea before the video. Sometimes when everything in life is going right, you can catch a glimpse of pure presence, almost like the moment that you have been waiting for. True life. Hey guys, Aimon here, and this is where I explore my creative philosophy. And today we're talking about glimpses. And when I say glimpses, I mean, just those very small moments where you're almost glowing with presence and everything feels like it's just going the way that it's supposed to. And it happens in very small moments and very infrequently. And I've caught these glimpses a fair bit recently because I've been trying to be really strict with particular things, and it seems to happen when I have everything kind of optimized. I have a really good environment. I'm sleeping well, I'm eating well, I'm exercising well, I'm meditating consistently. I have a good social life. I'm creating consistently, and that creating is a reflection of some of the experiences, some of the varying experiences that I'm having, which actually help me get into creative flow. And my nutrition is just on point. I'm eating a lot of greens and, greens powders and supplementing with really high quality supplements. And it seems that when all of these things are going well, and sometimes even when they are not going so well, I catch these little glimpses. It's hard to describe, as you probably picked up already, but it's almost like these are the moments that you are living for. It either happens with the person or just by yourself. For example, it happened to me yesterday. I was just walking down by the bay. I had my headphones on. I listened to this meditation playlist on Spotify. Just feels like I'm walking on a cloud sometimes. After my meditation, I do this most mornings, right? I just had this moment where I almost felt like I was floating, and it just had this intense presence. And it was like, this is what it's about. Like the actual moments, because every self-development book and every mindfulness book ever are essentially about the present moment, right? They are all about, letting the thoughts that come into your mind just flow out of your mind, just recognizing the thoughts for what they are and realizing they're not there to actually help you. And basically they all say that the purpose of life is to, experience the present moment and be intensely present. And that means you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, you're just here. And I'm starting to think they're right, These moments are the moments that really remind me that this is what I'm doing it all for. Because when you can get lost in the present moment, whether it's in a magical experience like a music festival, or whether you're just hanging out with your friend and you just totally forget that time is a thing and you have deep conversation for hours on end, or you get lost in creativity and you're just creating for hours on end until you check the time and you go, oh, I probably should have gone to bed 15 hours ago. And what I've found is that, it's just impossible to be in that intensely present state all the time, unless you're a monk and you meditate for 6+ hours a day or whatever. But if you live in the Western world or even the Eastern world, the chances of you catching these glimpses either daily or weekly, just like as frequently as one would want them, it's just near impossible. And that's just my experience. But to me, when these moments do arise, that's when they feel so much more special. Because everyone has problems, whether they're small or medium or large, and they fluctuate. Sometimes you don't have many problems, sometimes you do have problems, and there are varying scales with varying different things, emotional, family, there's so many. And I'm sure you can recognize several problems that you have right now. Whether they seem small to someone else or not, it doesn't matter. But sometimes during these glimpses, you either forget about those problems and all you can focus on is what's happening right now. Or in life, when the fluctuation of problems has gone down and where there's not too many negative things happening in your life, that's when you can catch a glimpse as well. And it's always this moment of like, huh, you know, here I am right now, just experiencing this. There's nothing else going on. And as quickly as it arises, it disappears as well. So if you don't catch it, it can pass by you so quickly and you can not even recognize that you have experienced it. But recently I've been trying to actually cultivate these moments, these glimpses, these short periods in time where you are intensely present, not focused on anything else. And it's almost my new addiction, because constantly in this world we are bombarded with information and everything that wants our attention and money. And when you're in this state, none of that is affecting you. You are just a person standing on a piece of grass, right? Like Mother Nature intended almost. It's kind of funny that way, that we just forget that we are just these little apes on a planet, on a rock in space, you know, because of the world of technology that we live in. And that's okay that we forget that. But during these glimpses is when you do remember that. And that just brings you down to earth, re-grounds you in the fact that you are just a human and everything's okay. And you're literally just vibing, to say it in meme words. Trying to combine profound philosophical things with memes to entertain and communicate what I'm trying to say. Is it working? I hope so. Oh God. But yeah, have you experienced these glimpses? Is what I'm saying kind of making sense? Is it resonating with you? Have you experienced a moment like this recently or ever? Because what I'm finding is that these are the moments that are worth living for. And these are the moments that motivate me to continue to develop in a positive way and move away from negative habits, which is half the battle when you're trying to improve your life, is not actually doing the positive habits, but just making the bad habits harder to access, you know? And they are much harder to access when you're motivated to not move towards those bad habits. And I'm much more motivated to not move towards those bad habits when I experience these glimpses of real life. You know, hopefully what I'm saying has made some sense and not just come off as some crazy hippie guy. Look, it's just a shirt, okay? I got it when I was in Asia and now I just feel woke. Is that cool or not? Just let me have this one, guys. Jeez. But ultimately what I'm saying is that these glimpses for me are what make life worth living and what make pursuing being better worth it. Because it's hard. It's a hard life trying to actually be better when everything is against you. And everything is against you. So it's easy to just chill and do the things that don't push you forward. But when I have moments like these, it makes me want to be better. So yeah, I would love to know if you have had any glimpses recently and what that has felt like and what it has motivated you to do. Has it motivated you to be better, or has it depressed you? I want to know, so comment below, send me a DM on Instagram. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. My name's Aimon and this is where I explore my creative philosophy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.